The coronavirus situation had been going on in other parts of the world way before it directly affected me. It was March 5th, a Thursday, and also the week before spring break. No social distancing measures were in place and life was pretty good. Spring break was going to be a very needed break from school and the last one before our exams. I was out with my tennis team at the Lino tournament 4 hours from Stafford.
Genesis, guess what I'm gonna do? Genesis!
What?
Check it out. Look at that mountain. Hey, you get to where they're standing, you'll see why they're standing there. We out here, the sun's bright. Hopefully I don't die on the way down.
We rolled down.
And ugly.
I'm gonna jump down now.
When we came back Friday, the news of a presumptive coronavirus case in Stafford was running wild. The Stafford schools announced that attendance was not required that day, and thus many took March 6th as the beginning of their spring break. However, everyone would soon realize that it would be a lot longer than a regular spring break. Many students, including me, were extremely confused as to what was going to happen next. Social distancing measures were starting to increase as spring break was coming to an end. School remained closed and many of the students enjoyed this time by playing video games, watching TV shows, and for those who are into it, reading. A few students were concerned about school. News about online classes were spreading in the nation, especially in colleges. Soon the news of online classes hit Stafford, and so began the Zoom meetings throughout the week. Work was distributed online through Blackboard, or work could be picked up from school. Online school has limited my ability to be creative and actually learn a lot of the topics. While for other classes, I'm just happy I can get the work over with since I wouldn't have learned it anyways. Teens love the internet. It's the best form of entertainment and it's easily accessible. While being quarantined limits the creation of a lot of high quality content, it has definitely brought a boost to the content that is already out there. Streamers have gained a massive boost in viewership ever since quarantine, especially on the website twitch.tv. Netflix's Tiger King has by far been the most popular TV show of this quarantine. Memes have been non-stop in platforms like Twitter and TikTok. Above anything, video games have seen a rise in gamers. Teenagers have found more than enough time to get on now with online classes. Games like Warzone and Valorant are amongst the most popular games of the quarantine. While video games have always had a stigma, it seems like during these times they are the closest thing to a social life that teenagers can have. According to many experts, being a teenager means that you are at the time where it is fundamental that you explore yourself and are no longer limited to the closure of home. However, this quarantine has made that impossible for many teenagers. That social life that is vital to many of them is thrown out of the window as public hangout places like the mall and movies are closed until further notice. Social distancing measures have made it impossible to even hang out with a friend despite them being in close proximity to you. Having a social life is no longer possible and it hurts a lot. But many teenagers are finding joy in doing other things. Going for a lonely run has now become a daily thing that is improving the mental health of many without having to be around others.